Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Chem Origin. This is Dr. Satish Kumar.
Compounds of silicon. Compounds of silicon. So in the compounds of silicon, silicon dioxide is very important one. Silicon dioxide. The formula of or molecular formula of silicon dioxide is SiO2. CO2. CO2 is called as a carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, CO2. Similarly, SiO2, silicon dioxide. Students, this silicon dioxide in nature available in the form of sand or in the form of quartz. So silicon dioxide is naturally available in the form of sand or in the form of quartz. So these two are available nature. So sand or quartz are nothing but silicon dioxide units. Silicon dioxide. Students, this silicon dioxide is available in nature in the form of three-dimensional structure. This three-dimensional structure form is known as a silica. 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 Students, this SiO2, the giant polymeric three-dimensional structure of SiO2 is known as a silica. Generally, silicon dioxide exists in the form of silica. So students, the SiO2 3D structure we can see in detail. In the three-dimensional, here 3D means three-dimensional structure. Three-dimensional structure. Students, in the three-dimensional structure of silica, each silicon atom is linked with four oxygen atom. For example, this silicon atom is linked with four oxygen atom. So this is oxygen atom 1, oxygen atom 2, oxygen atom 3 and oxygen atom 4. So in this manner, each silicon atom is linked with four oxygen atoms, or otherwise you can see another silicon atom. So this is the, we can see this is the silicon atom. In silica, it is linked with four oxygen atom. Oxygen atom 1, oxygen atom 2, oxygen atom 3, oxygen atom 4. So in the silica, each silicon is linked with four oxygen atoms through covalent bonds. Through covalent bonds. See students, there is a single bond between silicon and oxygen. This is a covalent bond. Covalent bond. So in this manner, each silica forms a four covalent bonds with four oxygen atoms. So the hybridization of silicon in silica, the hybridization of silicon in silica is sp3. Students, the hybridization of silicon in silica is sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. So its geometry is tetrahedral geometry and sp3 hybridization. So each silicon atom is bonded with, linked with four oxygen atom and forms a single covalent bonds, four covalent bonds. So in this manner, this silicon dioxide is exist. So in the silicon dioxide, in this manner, a three-dimensional giant polymeric structure is formed. That's why silica is available in the form of, in the solid state only. In the solid state it available. It available in solid state. Solid state it available. Because of this giant polymeric nature, silica is always in the solid state, solid form. So this is the Lewis representation of silica. Lewis representation of silica. Students, in the first semester at the chemical bonding lesson, you are very familiar with Lewis dot structures. Lewis dot structures. See, silicon atom. So silicon atom, this is the covalent bond between silicon and oxygen, or you can choose this silicon. So one electron belongs to silicon and this electron belongs to oxygen. So this is the covalent bond between silicon and oxygen. This is the covalent bond between silicon and oxygen. This is the covalent bond, and this is the covalent bond. In this manner, each silicon is having 4 covalent bonds with 4 oxygen atoms and exist in a tetrahedral geometry, and the bond and the hybridization is sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. This is the Lewis representation of silica. Lewis representation of silica. Therefore, students, silicon dioxide is exist in the nature in the form of sand or quartz, and this silicon dioxide is always in the form of silica, because these silicon dioxide units are forms a three-dimensional giant type of polymeric structure. Because of this giant type of polymeric structure, it always in the form of solid state. Students, in the three-dimensional structure, the ratio of silicon and oxygen in silica, the ratio of silicon and oxygen in silica is 1:2 ratio, students. 1:2 ratio. 1:2 ratio silicon and oxygen in silica. See, for this that means one silica 2 oxygen atoms. So in this manner, a three-dimensional giant type of polymeric structure is formed in silica. Preparation of silica. Preparation of silica. Students, this silica we can prepare it by two methods. In the method 1, by direct heating of silica or combustion of silica with air or oxygen. So silica on combustion or treated with oxygen or treated with air, silica on treated with air, it forms a silicon dioxide, SiO2. This SiO2 on three-dimensional giant polymeric structure, it forms a silica. So in the preparation of silica, the first method is treating silica with air or oxygen or combustion of silica in oxygen, it forms a SiO2 silica. This is the first method for the preparation of silica. And the second method is silicon tetrafluoride or silica tetrachloride. So the second method is from the by utilizing the silicon tetrahalides. Suppose students, silicon tetrahalides on hydrolysis, it forms a silica. So we can see in detail. Silicon tetrafluoride, SiF4, silicon tetrafluoride, SiF4, silicon tetrafluoride on hydrolysis, it forms H2SiF6 and H4SiO4. These are the silica units, students. This H4SiO4 is known as a orthosilicic acid. This on heating by the loss of water molecules, minus H2O, it forms a silica. By the loss of water molecules, it forms silica. Therefore, students, silica can be prepared from the silicon tetrahalides. Silicon tetrahalides on hydrolysis, it forms a silicic acid. For example, silicon tetrafluoride is treated with water or on hydrolysis, it forms a H4SiO4. It is known as a orthosilicic acid and it forms H2SiF6. Similarly, if you use silicon tetrachloride, SiCl4, silicon tetrachloride on hydrolysis, it forms H4SiO4 plus 4HCl. Students, this is the unbalanced equation. To balance this equation, what we do? Here we can see if 8 hydrogens are there, then here you can add a 4. The equation now, it is a balanced equation. 4HCl plus H4SiO4. 4 oxygen atom, 1 silicon atom. 4 hydrogens here and 4 hydrogens here. 4 chlorine atoms. So this is the balanced equation. Silicon tetrachloride on hydrolysis or on treated with water, it forms a orthosilicic acid. This orthosilicic acid on further loss of water molecule, it forms a silica. So this is very important reactions, students. These are very important reactions. Preparation of silica, very simple. You can easily remember this equation. So generally silica is prepared by two methods. In the method 1, silica on treatment with air or oxygen, silica on combustion with oxygen, it forms a silicon Si, it forms a silicon dioxide. Or from silicon tetrahalides, silicon tetrafluoride or silicon tetrachloride on hydrolysis, it forms a orthosilicic acid, H3BO3. Students, in the third A group elements we saw H3BO3. H3BO3 is the H3BO3. H3BO3 orthoboric acid. Here H4SiO4. So one hydrogen and one oxygen is more. Therefore this is the orthosilicic acid. It is a orthoboric acid, orthosilicic acid. Okay students. So with the help of silicon tetrahalides also we can prepare silica. Silicon tetrafluoride or silicon tetrachloride on hydrolysis it forms orthosilicic acid, which on heating it forms a silica. So these are the two methods for the preparation of silica, very important in the examination point of view. Properties of silica. Properties of silica. Students, silica generally insoluble in water. Silica, sand is generally insoluble in water. But at extreme conditions, but at abnormal or specified conditions, means at higher temperature and higher pressure cases, very little amount or small amount or slight amount only soluble in water. So students, this is important to note that silica is insoluble in water, but at higher temperature and higher pressure cases, a small amount of silica or sand is soluble in water. So this is the important property of silica, students. Next, silica, silicon dioxide or SiO2 or silica, silicon dioxide only reacts with HF, hydrofluoric acid, HF, hydrogen fluoride or hydrofluoric acid. Silica, SiO2 is only reacts with HF and it forms a silicon tetrafluoride, SiF4. This formed silicon tetrafluoride on further reacts with HF, hydrogen fluoride or hydrofluoric acid, it forms a H2SiF6. H2SiF6. So students, silica, SiO2 only reacts with HF, hydrofluoric acid, it forms a silicon tetrafluoride. This silicon tetrafluoride on further reacts with AHF to forms a H2SiF6. Next property, SiO2, silicon dioxide or silica is having acidic nature. Silicon dioxide or silica is having acidic nature. Acidic nature. Acidic nature. So because of this acidic nature, SiO2 or silica reacts with base like sodium hydroxide. It forms a Na2SiO3. These are known as a silicates. Silicates. Students, about these silicates in detail we can learn in the coming video module. So just you can remember this equation, students. Here SiO2, silicon dioxide or silica is having acidic nature. So because of this acidic nature, it reacts with a base, forms a silicates. 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 Na2SiO3, sodium silicate. So silica reacts with base, it forms a silicates, Na2SiO3. Next property, silica or silicon dioxide on heated with carbon, it forms a silica carbide. Silica carbide, or it is also called as a carborundum. Carborundum. Silica carbide is also known as a carborundum, SiC. See students, very interesting. Carbon is a fourth A group element. Silicon is a fourth A group element. When silica or sand or SiO2 is heated at high temperature with carbon, these two fourth A group elements, carbon and silicon, combinedly formed a new compound. It is called silica carbide or carborundum. Carborundum. Very important, students. In competitive exams, the question may ask What is the formula of carborundum? What is known as a carborundum? Silica carbide is known as a carborundum. Generally carborundum is prepared by heating the silica, SiLiCa, silica or SiO2 or silicon dioxide with carbon. On heating it forms a carborundum or silicon carbide. So very important students. So these are the physical properties of silica. So generally silica is insoluble in water, but at extreme conditions, means at high temperature and high pressure conditions only, a small amount is slightly soluble in water. Similarly SiO2 reacts only with HF, hydrogen fluoride. Only it reacts with HF, it forms a silicon tetrafluoride initially. This silicon tetrafluoride on further reacts with HF2 forms a H2SiF6. Next physical property, silicon dioxide is acidic nature, so it reacts with base, it forms a silicates. For example, silicon dioxide or silica on react with base NaOH, it forms a Na2SiO3, sodium silicates. This is very important students, silicates. So about these silicates I can explain in the coming video module. Similarly silica on heated with carbon, it forms a silica carbide, and this silica carbide is also known as a carborundum. Next important compound of silicon is silicon tetrachloride. Silicon tetrachloride, this is also one of the important compounds of silicon students. Silicon tetrachloride, its formula is SiCl4. So silicon forms 4 covalent bonds with 4 chlorine atoms. See, this is the Lewis structure. This is the Lewis structure of silicon tetrachloride. In silicon tetrachloride, each silicon atom forms a 4 covalent bonds with 4 chlorine atoms. Each silicon atom forms 4 covalent bonds with 4 chlorine atoms. This is the Lewis dot structure. So I hope you are very familiar with the Lewis structures, Lewis dot structure, Lewis dot symbol, Lewis notations. You are very clearly learned in the chemical bonding concept. So this is the Lewis structure of silicon tetrachloride. So each silicon forms a single covalent bond with 1 chlorine atom. Therefore silicon in its first excited state, it has a 4 unpaired electrons. These 4 unpaired electrons forms a covalent bond with 4 chlorine atoms. The hybridization of silicon in SiCl4 is sp3 hybridization. Its geometry is tetrahedral geometry. Bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. So students, next important compounds of silicon is silicon tetrachloride. So generally this silicon tetrachloride is prepared by heating at a high temperature or red hot silica. So by heating the silicon at high temperature with chlorine gas, it forms a silicon tetrachloride. This silica tetrachloride, again heating with a red hot silica, it forms hexachlorosilane. See students, here 6 chlorine atoms and 2 silicon. This is known as a hexachlorodisilane. 6 chlorine atoms, hexachlorosilane, hexachlorodisilane, because two silicon atoms are there, hexachlorodisilane. Therefore students, silicon on heated at high temperature with chlorine, it forms a silica tetrachloride. This silicon tetrachloride is heated with silicon at high temperature, it forms a hexachlorodisilane. And this is the Lewis structure of silicon tetrachloride. Next, this silicon tetrachloride having some applications. Students, this silicon tetrachloride is used in the preparation of transistors. In the preparation of transistors, this silicon tetrachloride is used. And the very interesting application of silicon tetrachloride is that students, this silicon tetrachloride is used in warfare. In the warfare, what they are doing, whenever this silicon tetrachloride is mixed with a ammonia, it produces a lot of smoke. So during the war, soldiers are used this combination of ammonia and silicon tetrachloride. So whenever we combine silica tetrachloride ammonia, it forms a smoke screens. So smoke screens are generated with the help of or by the reaction of silicon tetrachloride with ammonia. So it is having application in the warfare. During the war time, soldiers, if necessary, they create a smoke screen by adding ammonia to the silicon tetrachloride. Very interesting application of silicon tetrachloride. Similarly, in the previous slide we already saw, students, with the help of silicon tetrachloride we prepared silica, SiO2, silicon dioxide. This silicon dioxide or silica we prepared with the help of silicon tetrachloride. This silicon tetrachloride on hydrolysis, it gives SiO2, silicon dioxide. So that's why this is the one of the important compound of silicon. One of the important compound of silicon is silicon tetrachloride. Next important topic is silicones. Silicones. Students, this is very important one. Silicones. Silicones. So what are the silicone? We can see in detail. Silicones are the SiO-Si linkage. So organic silicon polymers containing SiO-Si linkages are called silicones. Here organic means having alkyl groups. So you can learn in detail about these alkyl groups in the coming unit. So just you can remember the organosilicon polymers having SiO-Si linkages is called silicones. Silicones. Organosilicon polymers having SiO-Si linkages are called silicones. Students, so in the silicones, these are generally used as a starting material, dimethyl silane diol or methane silane triol. In this, one silicon is attached to one methyl group and the remaining three bonds with three OH groups. In dimethyl disilane, two methyl groups are attached to silicon and two OH groups are present on silicon. So this dimethyl silane diol or methyl silane triol are used for the preparation of silicones. Silicones. Organo, here methyl group is present. So that's why it is called as a organosilicon polymers containing SiO-Si linkages is known as a silicones. Students, generally these silicones are classified into three types. First one is straight chain silicones, cyclic silicones, cross-linked silicones. So what is straight chain silicones? What is cyclic silicones? What is cross-linked silicones? We can see in detail one by one. Straight chain silicones. The first type, straight chain silicones. Students, these straight chain silicones are prepared by dimethyl dichlorosilane. Dimethyl. See students, silicon is attached to two methyl groups and it is connected to two chlorine atoms. It is called as a dimethyl dichlorosilane. Dimethyl dichlorosilane. This dimethyl dichlorosilane on hydrolysis means on treated with water, on hydrolysis it forms a dimethyl silane diol. Dimethyl silane on hydrolysis it forms a dimethyl silane diol, means this type of structure. Silicon is having three methyl groups and it is having two OH groups. So in this manner two dimethyl silane diol units, means this is the unit 1 and this is the another dimethyl silane diol. So here two OH groups, that's why this is called as a diol. two methyl groups are present, dimethyl. So this is the structure of dimethyl silandiol. Like this, two molecules of dimethyl silandiols by loss of one water molecule, by the loss of H2O, it forms a this type of structure. So in this manner, each dimethyl silandiol is combined with another molecule of dimethyl silandiol continuously forms a big type of polymeric structure. Means this type of structure is formed. So see, this structure is a straight chain. This type of straight chain polymers are called as a straight chain silicones. So students, these straight chain silicones are prepared by using the dimethyl dichlorosilicons. Dimethyl dichlorosilane, on hydrolysis it forms a dimethyl silandiol. This dimethyl silandiol units repeatedly by the loss of water molecules and polymerize to form a straight chain silicones. So students, very important, this straight chain silicones. Next type is cyclic silicones. This is also very important. These cyclic silicones are similar to the above method, hydrolysis of dimethyl dichlorosilane. This dimethyl dichlorosilane on hydrolysis, they produces dimethyl silandiol. That dimethyl silandiol on controlled treating with other dimethyl silandiol, this type of cyclic structures are formed. Here it is a six-membered ring, because see students, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we can see this is 1, and then we can see, so, and this is the structure, you can see 1. So the number is not coming. Okay, no problem, students. So dimethyl dichlorosilane on hydrolysis produces dimethyl silandiol. The dimethyl silandiols on controlled conditions, it forms a cyclic structures. So the cyclic structure may contains 3-membered ring or 4-membered ring or a 5-membered ring or a 6-membered ring. So this tris cyclodimethyl siloxane, this is the IUPAC name, student. What is IUPAC name? In detail you can learn in the coming unit. So its name is tris cyclodimethyl siloxane. It is a 6-membered ring. So in this manner, a 6-membered, 5-membered or 4-membered or 3-membered type of cyclic forms are formed. Here also this is a 3 plus 2 5 plus 8-membered structure. This is an 8-membered ring system. So its IUPAC name is tetrakis cyclodimethyl siloxane. Tetrakis cyclo. See students, this is in the cyclic form. So this is called as a tetrakis cyclodimethyl siloxane. See students, here this is one dimethyl unit, this is one dimethyl unit, this is one dimethyl unit. So that's why it is mentioned as a tris. Here this is one dimethyl unit, this is another dimethyl unit, and this is another dimethyl unit, and this is next dimethyl unit. So here 4 dimethyl units are present. That's why here mentioned tetrakis. It is a cyclic system. Tetrakis cyclodimethyl siloxane. Here 3 dimethyl groups are present. That's why tris cyclodimethyl siloxane. So in this manner the cyclic silicones are prepared. Next one, cross-linked silicones. So students, we saw cyclic silicones and straight chain silicones. The third type is cross-linked silicones. These cross-linked silicones are prepared from the trimethyl trichlorosilanes. Methyl trichlorosilanes means here one silicon is attached with 3 chlorine atoms and an alkyl group and a methyl group. Here R means CH3 or C2H5, whatever it may be, it should be an alkyl group. So methyl trichlorosilane on hydrolysis forms a methyl trihydroxysilane. These methyl trihydroxysilanes by the loss of water molecules forms a this type of complex cross-linked polymers. This type of cross-linked polymers. See, here this is a cross-linked and again like this and again like this. So in this manner, a cross-linked method, a cross-linked type of polymer is formed by the treatment of methyl trichlorosilane on hydrolysis produces a methyl trihydroxysilane, which on heating it forms a cross-linked type of silicones. So students, these are the different types of silicones: straight chain silicones, cyclic silicones, cross-linked silicones. Next we can see the preparation of silicones. So these silicones, how we prepare, we can see in detail. The first method is direct silicone process. In this direct silicone process, very simple students, methyl chloride CH3Cl is known as a methyl chloride. This methyl chloride on treated with powdered silica in presence of copper metal. Copper, here copper is a catalyst. Students, this is copper. Copper is a catalyst. So in presence of copper at 300 degrees centigrade, it produces dimethyl dichlorosilane. Dimethyl dichlorosilane. So methyl chloride on treated with powdered silica in presence of catalyst copper at 300 degrees centigrade, it forms dimethyl dichlorosilane. This dimethyl dichlorosilane already we saw in the previous slide. On hydrolysis it produces dimethyl dihydroxysilane, which on polymerization forms a cyclic silicones or cross-linked silicones or straight chain silicones. So this is what the one method for the preparation of silicones. We can see next method. In the next method, we are using Grignard reagent. Students, RMGX is called Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent, RMGX. Here magnesium metal, X represents halogen, R represents alkyl group. So in this method, this is called Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. This reagent is prepared by scientist Grignard. That's why it is called as a Grignard reagent. These are generally called as a alkyl magnesium halides. So here, for example, we can take a methyl magnesium halide. This methyl group represents R and chlorine is the halogen. This is our magnesium metal. This is called methyl magnesium chloride. This methyl magnesium chloride on treatment with silicon tetrachloride, it forms a methyl trichlorosilane. Methyl trichlorosilane. This methyl trichlorosilane on hydrolysis, it forms a methyl trihydroxysilane. Methyl trihydroxysilane. In common, it is called as a siland. Siland. Very important students. What is the formula of siland? So trihydroxymethylsilane or methyl trihydroxysilane, trichloromethylsilane, trichloromethylsilane, trihydroxymethylsilane. Trihydroxymethylsilane is also called siland. So students, in the second method with the help of Grignard reagent, we can prepare silicones. So Grignard reagent on treating with silicon tetrachloride, it forms trichloromethylsilane. This trichloromethylsilane on hydrolysis, it forms trihydroxymethylsilane. This on polymerization gives silicones. So we can see next method. The next method for preparation of silicones is aromatic silylation. Aromatic silylation. Students, aromatic means it is having benzene ring. In short, you can remember. So it contains benzene ring. So we are very well known. The molecular formula of benzene is C6H6. C6H6 is the molecular formula of benzene. So benzene on treated with H2SiCl2, dichlorosilane. Benzene on treated with dichlorosilane in presence of BF3. Here it is a Lewis acid. Students, I already told you these are electron deficient compounds are used as a Lewis acids. At the third A group elements I mentioned this point. So in this reaction here Lewis acid BF3 is used as a Lewis acid. It acts as a catalyst. In presence of BF3 at 250 degrees centigrade, benzene reacts with dichlorosilane. It forms a dichlorodiphenylsilane. Two phenyl rings on silicon and two chlorine atoms. This dichlorodiphenylsilane on hydrolysis it produces dihydroxydiphenylsilane. This dihydroxydiphenylsilane on polymerization produces corresponding silicones. So students, these are the three important methods for the preparation of silicone. One is Grignard reagent method, one is aromatic cellulation, another method is direct silicone preparation. So these are very important reactions, students. Please remember. Okay students, I hope you enjoyed this session. Today class we discussed a very important concept, compounds of silicon. Compounds of silicon. We discussed about silicon dioxide, preparation of silicon dioxide, structure of silicon dioxide, next silicones, preparation of silicones. So different types of silicones also we saw, cross-linked, straight chain. Similarly, straight chain, cross-linked, cyclic silicones and their structures and preparations also we see in detail in today's class. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much.